Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and look what's back, Gotham! If you've been following my reviews or rants for the Gotham TV show these last 5 years now, you would know that I have not cared for this show. There might have been moments and there might have been episodes that I have liked or been interested in or thought like, oh, okay, that was cool. But overall, I think the show is a mess. I think the series has gone in so many different directions and I don't think they know what they're doing. But I'm going into this season knowing that it's the final season, season 5. And I said, let's be open-minded. Let's be optimistic. For once, it is a new year after all. This episode is entitled Year Zero. And we left off with Gotham being closed off, the bridges exploding, and to be honest, I forgot all about this. I'm so glad for those recaps at the beginning to remind me what was going on last. So we're doing the No Man's Land storyline, at least a version of it. And at the beginning, you see that it's been near 3 months since this is going on. That's kind of surprising. That's a little bold. I'll give them some props and credit for that. They've had some time to deal with this new predicament. They talked about how the government has left Gotham for itself, and that reminds me a lot of Dark Knight Rises as well. It's the same thing. It's still kind of crazy that we're doing all of this without Batman being Batman, but that's been the show, right? You see a shot at the beginning, which kind of confused me. The shot at the beginning, maybe you can help me, where Gordon, Penguin, and Riddler were all working together and they all were shooting at people who were coming towards the building. What the hell was that? Was that like in the future? Is that an alternate timeline? Is that just something to show us, but it really doesn't mean much because it didn't apply to the rest of the episode? Maybe I missed something. I very well could have missed something. I'm sure somebody in the comments will let me know how dumb I am for not catching it. But please let me know. You see Nigma, his whole thing is that he keeps waking up in random places, whether it's an alley or a rooftop, and he doesn't know what's going on. He thinks maybe it's the other Enigma Riddler personality and it's trying to show him something, so he's going nuts. And I'm like, okay, you have him doing something, but the last time we saw him, he died. So is this connected to that? Maybe. We saw that Hugo Strange was going to do something to both him and Leslie Tompkins. We haven't seen her. This is why, though, I think the show is all over the place. What a weird thing to do, to kill off those characters and then the very next episode, technically, of the season, he's up, and we don't know what. They're going to explain it, hopefully, and hopefully it makes sense. But as of right now, it just seems very random. And Selena Kyle, she needs surgery because of her getting shot in the back by not Jeremiah, but Jerome, right? I'm getting confused on which name applies to which version, which twin brother of the Joker. And this was heavy. This was dark. Her storyline of just being so depressed and she can't walk. It's weird, right? She's like 15, 16 and she's already paralyzed. It's like, come on guys. We know she's going to become Catwoman. But the moment where she tried to kill herself and they had to sedate her and stop her, again, very dark. Of course, they had to ruin it by having somebody tell Bruce that if he finds a witch, she'll get cured. Who's the witch? Is it the Enchantress? Yeah, can't wait for that. Barbara's new haircut, I'm not a huge fan of. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's just, I always get confused when I see somebody cut their hair that short because I always initially go, why? But why? And but I do like her and Tabitha running that Sirens nightclub, and they're doing their own criminal thing. Tabitha wanting revenge for Butch getting killed. goes after Penguin, and she seems like she is about to kill him. Now, did her gun jam, or did the bullets explode? I mean, I think I've heard of that happening before, but how convenient that Penguin has plot immunity, because he will not die ever. And he ends up stabbing her in the heart and killing her. Now, I feel like we've killed Tabitha before, so I'm not saying this hit me a whole lot. I just like the character. I like the actress. So in that sense, it does suck to see her go. But it's also the last season, so you could probably bet we're going to see a decent amount of characters get killed off. But that's it for her. She's gone. She's dead. And I want to talk about Scarecrow. He popped up throughout the episode. He has a gang of people with masks. Scarecrow looks great. And this is where you can tell I am being positive. I can't deny how cool the costume looks, how scary it looks. It reminds me of the Arkham games. Maybe the voice could be a little deeper and scarier, but hey, fine. If this Scarecrow was in a Batman movie, or if this show had Batman in it and you saw this Scarecrow interacting with him, it'd be perfect. It'd be great. And I don't really know exactly what he's after. They stole something from GCPD. And then they set up this whole thing when they shut the lights off, that Bruce Wayne got something from Lucius Fox and he was going to reveal it. And I thought to myself, are we going to see the cowl, or at least an early version of it? And he showed up wearing night goggles, night vision goggles. Really? That was your big plan B? And then he shows up and he takes out like one guy, and then the lights turn on and he's useless. I thought, wow, what a major letdown. And the end of the episode, somebody leaves Gordon a message saying that they'll try to help him. Does anybody know who that message was from? But you saw this woman who I think I remember her with Jerome or Jeremiah, whichever one we're dealing with, in the last season. I read reports that she's supposed to be Harley Quinn. Why? Why are we bringing Harley Quinn into a world where there's no Batman, where there's technically not even a Joker, where I'm pretty sure they can't even say the word Joker because of copyright issues? It's too much of playing to the fans. It's too much of like, we got this character, and it doesn't do much for me. I think the storytelling is lacking. I think continuity and the frantic pace of this episode, especially, so much happened and so much went on that I'm probably going to forget about it again by next week. Look, I know that this show has its fans. I know people are going to not be happy with me being negative about this episode. Like, for an episode, it's fine. It was fine, but I'm not all jazzed up. I'm not like, oh man, I can't believe this show got canceled, or is getting canceled, or is ending. I'm not. It's good. It's good that it's gonna end. I'm kind of done with it. I can't wait to move on and have an actual Batman story happen here. We saw previews for Bane and how Bane looks. Oy vey! Terrible. Honestly, he looks terrible. Hopefully the story, the script, the acting can make up for it, but yikes. It makes me want to watch Dark Knight Rises all over again. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this first episode of the last season of Gotham? Am I being too harsh on it? Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? Or do you agree that this show is a complete mess? Like, comment, subscribe. Later!